You might think that as we get older, cheese is something we should avoid. But did you know that after the age of 50, we can lose up to 8% of our muscle mass every single decade? It's a condition called sarcopenia, and it's the primary reason for feeling weaker and more fragile as we age. The unsettling truth is, the very cheese you might be choosing, thinking it's a healthy source of protein, could actually be accelerating that muscle loss. It sounds completely backward, doesn't it? We've been taught to be wary of cheese, linking it to fat and cholesterol. It seems like a food to limit, not one to rely on for building strength. But the truth is, the world of cheese is divided. Some are nutritional powerhouses, packed with high-quality protein and key nutrients your body needs to fight sarcopenia. Others are little more than processed chemical concoctions that actively work against your health. In this video, I will reveal the 4 best cheeses you should be eating regularly to rebuild lean muscle and support your bones. The number 1 cheese on our list doesn't just deliver an incredible protein punch. It also contains a special nutrient that helps protect your arteries. Then we'll expose the 4 so-called cheeses that you should remove from your fridge immediately. So stay with me, because these simple swaps could be one of the most powerful changes you make for your health. If you're ready to learn how to turn cheese into your muscle-building ally, please give this video a quick like to help this important message reach more people like you. Now, let's get started. The 4 best cheeses for rebuilding muscle. Cheese number 4. Cottage cheese, your foundational protein powerhouse. Let's begin with a humble classic that's making a huge comeback, and for very good reason. If you are serious about stopping muscle loss, cottage cheese should be a non-negotiable staple in your diet. This isn't just about adding any protein. It's about adding the right kind of protein at the right time. And cottage cheese is the undisputed champion of slow-release muscle fuel. The secret to its power lies in its primary protein, casein. So how does casein work? Unlike whey protein, which digests very quickly, casein is different. When you consume it, it forms a gel-like consistency in your stomach. What does this do? This unique property leads to a slow, steady release of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, into your bloodstream over a period of up to 7 or 8 hours. It's like a time-release capsule of nourishment for your muscles. This makes cottage cheese the perfect evening snack, acting as an anti-catabolic shield. It prevents your body from breaking down muscle tissue for energy while you sleep, which is a critical time for recovery and repair. And this isn't just a theory, it's backed by robust scientific research. A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition investigated this exact effect. Researchers found that participants who consumed casein protein 30 minutes before sleep experienced a significant increase in muscle protein synthesis overnight. In simple terms, their bodies were actively repairing and building muscle fibers while they were resting. For anyone over 60 looking to preserve or build lean mass, this is a game changer. It transforms your sleep from a passive state into a productive muscle-building state. So, how should you incorporate it? Aim for a serving of about 1/2 to a full cup, approximately 60 to 90 minutes before you plan to go to sleep. When you're at the grocery store, look for plain varieties, ideally with live and active cultures, for a probiotic boost to your gut health. Full fat or low fat? The full fat version often has a richer taste and contains beneficial fatty acids, making it more satiating. To make it a complete muscle-building snack, avoid adding sugary jams or preserves. Instead, top your cottage cheese with a handful of fresh berries for antioxidants, a sprinkle of walnuts for healthy fats, or a dash of cinnamon, which can help with blood sugar regulation. Friends, this channel isn't just a collection of videos, it's a caring community searching for answers together. Don't hesitate to drop a comment, share where you're from, your experiences, ask questions, and help one another. I read every single message. Now let's dive back in. Cheese number 3. Ricotta cheese, the rapid repair specialist. While cottage cheese is the king of slow-release protein, our next cheese excels in a different, equally important area: rapid recovery. Let's talk about ricotta, specifically whole milk ricotta. This creamy, slightly sweet Italian cheese is a fantastic tool to use after any form of physical activity, whether that's a brisk walk, a session of gardening, or a structured strength training workout. Ricotta's main advantage comes from its high concentration of whey protein. If casein is the marathon runner of proteins, whey is the sprinter. How does it work? Whey protein is famous for being digested and absorbed very quickly by the body. What does this do? This rapid absorption floods your muscles with a complete profile of essential amino acids almost immediately after you consume it. This is precisely what your body needs after exertion. When you exercise, you create tiny micro tears in your muscle fibers. This is the normal process that signals your body to rebuild them stronger. Whey protein provides the raw materials needed to patch up these tears quickly and efficiently, leading to reduced muscle soreness and faster recovery. It essentially kickstarts the entire repair and growth process. The science on whey protein's effectiveness is extensive and conclusive. A major meta-analysis, which reviewed dozens of studies and was published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, concluded that whey protein supplementation significantly enhances the effects of resistance training, particularly for increasing lean muscle mass. While these studies often use whey protein powder, the principle is identical. The high-quality whey naturally present in whole milk ricotta provides the same benefits in a whole food form, which also delivers other essential nutrients like calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Here's how to use ricotta for maximum benefit. A serving of about half a cup is a great starting point. Because it's a rapid absorption protein, the ideal time to eat it is within an hour after you've been physically active. This is often called the anabolic window, when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients. For a simple and delicious recovery snack, you can spread whole milk ricotta on a slice of whole grain toast and top it with sliced tomatoes and a pinch of salt. Or, for a protein boost at breakfast, stir a generous spoonful into your scrambled eggs to make them incredibly creamy and satisfying. Always look for whole milk ricotta. It has a superior nutrient profile and a much richer, more satisfying texture than its skim milk counterpart. Have you ever used ricotta in savory dishes? Many people only think of it for desserts like cannoli, but it's fantastic in main courses too. Let me know your favorite ways to use it. Cheese number 2. Parmigiano Reggiano, the nutrient-dense flavor bomb. We now move to a cheese that is not just a culinary icon, but a true nutritional heavyweight. I'm not talking about the pre-grated powder in a plastic shaker. I'm talking about authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of cheeses. For those over 60, this cheese offers a unique combination of dense protein, incredible flavor, and other crucial nutrients that support both muscle and bone health simultaneously. First, let's understand its density. Parmigiano Reggiano is an aged hard cheese. During its long aging process, which must be a minimum of 12 months by law, a significant amount of water evaporates from the cheese. This process concentrates everything else. The result is that, ounce for ounce, it's one of the most protein-dense cheeses you can find. A single 1-ounce serving packs around 10 grams of high-quality, easily digestible protein. It's also an absolute powerhouse of calcium. That same 1-ounce serving delivers over 300 milligrams of calcium, which is roughly a quarter of the daily recommended intake for older adults. This is critical because you cannot build strong muscles without a strong skeletal frame to support them. But here's a game-changing fact for many. The long aging process also breaks down nearly all of the lactose. The bacteria responsible for aging the cheese consume the milk sugars, converting them into lactic acid. This makes authentic Parmigiano Reggiano virtually lactose-free and an excellent choice for individuals with lactose intolerance who have been needlessly avoiding dairy. You get all the protein and calcium benefits without any of the digestive discomfort. The proof of its value is in its tightly regulated production and nutritional profile. A study published in the Journal of Dairy Science detailed the biochemical changes during Parmigiano Reggiano ripening, highlighting how the proteins are broken down into free amino acids, making them more bioavailable for your body to use. Its rich umami flavor also allows you to use less salt in your cooking without sacrificing taste, a great benefit for maintaining healthy blood pressure. Using this cheese is all about enhancing your meals. You don't need a lot, just 1 or 2 tablespoons of freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano can elevate a dish. Always buy it in a wedge with the rind stamped with its name. Grate it fresh over salads, soups, steamed vegetables, or whole wheat pasta. You can also enjoy it as a snack. A small chunk paired with a few almonds and a pear makes for a sophisticated and satisfying protein-rich treat. Do you invest in a real wedge of Parmigiano Reggiano? After hearing this, you might just be inspired to make the switch from the pre-grated kind for good. Cheese number 1, Griier, the bone and muscle synthesizer. We've arrived at our number 1 cheese for fighting sarcopenia and supporting total body health after 60. While it's a fantastic source of protein, similar to the others on our list, Griier contains a special secret weapon, an exceptionally high amount of a nutrient that is absolutely critical for our bodies, yet widely underconsumed in the Western diet. That nutrient is vitamin K2. Here is why this is so vitally important. We all know we need calcium for strong bones, but simply consuming calcium is not enough. Your body needs a traffic cop to direct that calcium where to go. That traffic cop is vitamin K2. How does it work? Vitamin K2 activates 2 crucial proteins. The first is osteocalcin, which is responsible for binding calcium to your bone matrix. It's the key that unlocks the door, allowing calcium to enter your bones and make them stronger. The second protein it activates is called matrix GLA protein. What does this do? This protein's job is to prevent calcium from being deposited in soft tissues, especially your arteries and blood vessels. When calcium builds up in arteries, it causes them to become stiff and calcified, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. So, vitamin K2 does 2 jobs. It puts calcium in your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. The evidence supporting vitamin K2 is compelling and growing. A major population study from the Netherlands, the Rotterdam study, published in the Journal of Nutrition, followed thousands of older adults. It found that participants with the highest intake of vitamin K2 had a 57% lower risk of dying from heart disease and a significantly lower risk of severe aortic calcification. Griier, along with other aged hard cheeses from grass-fed cows, is one of the world's best food sources of the most effective form of vitamin K2, known as MK7. To get the benefits of Griier, you don't need to eat huge amounts. A 1-ounce serving, about the size of a pair of dice, provides a healthy dose of protein, calcium, and that all-important vitamin K2. Griier has a delicious, nutty, slightly sweet flavor that melts beautifully. It's fantastic in an omelet, melted over steamed asparagus or broccoli, or as the star in a healthy version of a French onion soup. When buying, look for authentic Griier from Switzerland. Its production standards often lead to higher K2 content, particularly if it's made from the milk of grass-fed cows. The 4 cheeses you should never touch. Now that we know which cheeses to embrace, It's just as important to identify the imposters. These next 4 products often hide in the dairy aisle, but they can silently sabotage your health goals with excess sodium, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients. Let's expose the 4 you need to avoid, starting with the most notorious offender. Cheese to avoid. Number 4. Processed American cheese slices, the ultra-processed imposter. This is, without a doubt, one of the most deceptive products in the grocery store. It's that perfectly square, individually wrapped slice that melts into a gooey sheet without separating. The hard truth is, in most cases, it is not real cheese. The problem is stated right on the package. Look closely. It often won't say cheese. It will say pasteurized processed cheese food or cheese product. What does this mean? According to FDA regulations, for a product to be legally labeled cheese, it must be made from at least 51% real cheese. This means that up to 49% of that slice can be other ingredients. That other 49% is typically a blend of milk protein, concentrates, whey, excess water, salt, artificial colors, and a host of chemical emulsifiers like sodium citrate. These emulsifiers are what create that characteristic unnatural melt, but they offer zero nutritional value and place the product firmly in the category of an ultra-processed food. The evidence against diets high in ultra-processed foods is staggering. A massive study published in the BMJ, British Medical Journal, found a direct link. For every 10% increase in the proportion of ultra-processed foods someone ate, there was a more than 10% increase in their risk of cardiovascular disease. These cheese slices are the very definition of ultra-processed. They are high in sodium, which can raise blood pressure, and low in the quality protein your muscles need. So what should you do instead? It's simple. If you want a slice of cheese for a sandwich, buy a block of real cheese, like cheddar or provolone, and slice it yourself. It takes seconds, but the health upgrade is immense. You get more protein, more nutrients, and zero chemical additives. Cheese to avoid. Number 3. Cheese in a can or squeezable cheese, the chemical spread. If processed slices are the imposters, then aerosolized, squeezable cheese is the cartoon villain of the cheese aisle. This shelf-stable product that dispenses a bright orange cheese-like foam is a marvel of food engineering but a complete nutritional disaster. Let's look at the ingredient list. It often reads more like a chemistry set than a recipe. It typically starts with whey and oil, then adds a massive amount of sodium and a cocktail of chemicals like sodium phosphate, sorbic acid as a preservative, and artificial colors to achieve that vibrant, unnatural orange hue. There is virtually no real, aged cheese in these products. You're essentially eating a cheese-flavored oil and whey emulsion held together by chemicals. The protein content is minimal and the sodium is astronomical, which is a major concern for blood pressure management. The scientific consensus is clear. These products have no place in a healthy diet. They provide empty calories, delivering energy from unhealthy fats, but being completely devoid of the vitamins, minerals, and quality protein an aging body requires. Leading health institutions like the Cleveland Clinic consistently warn consumers about the dangers of processed foods, highlighting their direct link to inflammation, weight gain, and chronic disease. Squeezable cheese is a food that actively promotes inflammation. The how-to here is simple. Just don't buy it. There is no redeeming quality. If you want a cheese dip, you have countless healthier options. Blend whole milk ricotta with herbs. Melt real Griier with a splash of milk. Even a high-quality hummus offers vastly more nutritional value as a dip for your crackers or vegetables. This might seem obvious, but these products are still popular. Did you ever eat this growing up? It's interesting how our food habits can change over time. Cheese to avoid. Number 2. Full-fat cream cheese, the protein-poor fat spread. This one might be surprising, as it's a household staple. We're talking about standard cream cheese. While it's delicious on a bagel, from a muscle health perspective, it's a poor choice. It sits in the dairy aisle next to cottage cheese and ricotta, but nutritionally, it's in a completely different and far less beneficial category. The problem with cream cheese is its nutritional ratio. The name says it all, it's primarily cream. Let's compare. A 2 tablespoon serving of typical full-fat cream cheese has around 10 grams of fat, mostly saturated, but provides less than 2 grams of protein. Now compare that to a similar size serving of 2% cottage cheese, which has around 1.5 grams of fat, but delivers 8 to 10 grams of high-quality casein protein. The difference is enormous. When you choose cream cheese, you are choosing a high-fat, low-protein spread. For someone focused on combating sarcopenia, this is the exact opposite of what you need. You're getting a significant calorie load for a minimal amount of muscle-building material. While dietary fat is not the enemy, its context and source matter. The fats in cream cheese don't come with the robust protein and nutrient package you find in cheeses like Griier. A 2018 study in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association specifically emphasized that older adults with sarcopenia require higher protein intake, recommending it be a key component of every meal. Cream cheese is a missed opportunity to get that essential protein. So what's the smarter swap? If you love a creamy spread, try mashing an avocado for healthy fats and fiber. Or, even better, whip some cottage cheese in a blender until it's smooth. This gives you a texture very similar to cream cheese, but with a massive protein advantage. If you must use cream cheese for a recipe, look for Neuchâtel cheese, which is naturally lower in fat, or simply use it sparingly. Cheese to avoid. Number 1. Preshredded bagged cheeses. The conveniently contaminated choice. We arrive at our number 1 cheese to avoid. This is the sneakiest of them all because it seems like a harmless, healthy shortcut. We're talking about the bags of pre-shredded cheddar, mozzarella, or Mexican blends that are so tempting to grab for convenience. The cheese inside might be real, but it's what's added to it that's the problem. To prevent the shreds from clumping into a solid brick in the bag, manufacturers coat them with anti-caking agents. What are these agents? The most common are cellulose, potato starch, and natamycin. Cellulose is, to put it bluntly, refined wood pulp. It's an indigestible plant fiber that adds zero nutritional value. While it's deemed safe, you're essentially paying for sawdust in your cheese. Potato starch is another filler that adds unnecessary carbohydrates. And natamycin is a mold inhibitor, a type of antibiotic used to extend the product's shelf life. The core issue is that you are paying for a product that is not 100% cheese. You are paying for fillers and preservatives. A famous investigation found that some brands of pre-shredded Parmesan contain significant levels of cellulose. When you buy pre-shredded cheese, you're not just getting a less pure product. You're getting cheese that has been exposed to more air, which degrades its flavor and nutritional quality compared to a solid block. The solution is incredibly simple and empowering. Buy the block. Buy a block of real high-quality cheese. It will be cheaper per ounce. It will be free of additives. It will taste infinitely better, and it will melt more smoothly. Grating your own cheese takes less than a minute. It's a small investment of time that pays huge dividends in flavor and health. So today we have dismantled the myth that cheese is a foe to your health. We've learned that, in fact, the right cheese can be one of your greatest allies in staying strong and vital. Choosing a scoop of ricotta after a walk or grating real Parmigiano Reggiano onto your vegetables is more than just a meal choice. It's a conscious act of self-care. It's providing your body with the essential building blocks it needs to thrive. I'm not asking you to change your life overnight. Just pick one of the 4 beneficial cheeses we discussed today and try incorporating it into your diet this week. Pay attention to how you feel. I recommend you also watch this video. Thousands of viewers have already found it helpful. Don't miss it. Click to watch.